It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Can you say who cut Kanye's hair? Who Kanye said cut his hair? Because I can't say it, but it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Son, it's
I see the picture of somebody.
I thought he said he cut it.
No, he said his barber was Edward
Scissorhands.
Oh no, he said that's his name.
What is it?
He said that's his name for him.
Oh, what is it?
He said his name is Edward Nigga Hands.
Yo, that is one of the funniest things I've ever heard of my life.
He said that. Listen, Kanye West is
he was on one.
Top 3 most entertaining.
Yeah,
bro, where was this
artist of
Kanye?
all time? What do you mean?
I don't know. I miss this Kanye.
This has always been this Kanye.
Funny.
When has Kanye not been funny?
Nah, bro.
No, you're looking at it through a different lens now.
Talk to me.
You're not looking at it through the lens of this is the most genius person I've ever met in my life. You're appreciating Kanye for just the entertainment value now.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what it is.
I'm trying to think who else
He's
is
away
like
from
this.
Kim
Someone
now.
it's Trump. Like, you just got to let him go and enjoy.
Yeah, the only difference between Trump is Trump was president. But other than that, if Trump, I always said if Trump wasn't president, he'd be the funniest man in the world.
Hell yeah.
You die laughing at Trump.
Yes.
And Kanye's the same way. He's just entertaining. Like, Kanye's, his whole, what did you think of the Drinkchamps interview?
First of all, shouts to Drinkchamps.
N.O.R.E, DJ EFN, my guys.
I love their enthusiasm. I was saying this on Flagrant the other day. Like, I think a lot of people, especially in hip hop, have seen your success and they've tried to like model their interviewing style off of you, right?
Yeah.
And
speak on it more.
No.
You're right.
I mean,
I can't say these things.
Okay, let me give you some flowers, bro.
If I say these things,
you know what I'm saying?
I gotta shut. They tell me shut the fuck up. Be humble.
Okay, let me talk for you. So like, you at times can have like a confrontational, especially earlier, confrontational, even combative, but it's kind of like who you are. There's a part of you that is that, and it creates this really interesting tension and release, and there's these funny moments, and it's masterful. It's great. It's great. So other people are trying to do it, and I feel like they're going, I just need a gotcha question.
That's all it is.
I just need whatever, right? It's not authentic, right? Yeah. And I do think that it comes from an authentic place with you, and I think that that's why it worked. And I think there's also times in those interviews where people like start slamming you, and you're not actually fighting back.
It happened with me this week at Dr. Sanjay with Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah.
It's like, I just got questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers mad at me. Like, it's funny though, because you got some people mad at me like, why are you pressing them so hard?
Yeah.
Why you don't do that to this person or that person? It's like,
I
don't know. Maybe I don't give a fuck about the issue like that. This is something I care about. So I'm asking questions.
Yeah. So like that nature, I think, was really entertaining and we just enjoy it. And I see people kind of copy it, but it comes off inauthentic. It seems like they're just trying to catch a lick. They're like, ooh, if I ask this fucked up question, that's going to go viral.
They call it hard question.
That's exactly what it is.
Question?
Say what?
What's the hard question?
Exactly. Like they're just trying to find something. Okay. What I liked about the Drinkchamps guys is it's one, they're not trying to copy Charlamagne. They're actually doing the opposite. They're like really like enthusiastic and excited.
It's a celebration.
Yeah, it's a celebration, but they'll still find ways to ask troubling stuff, but they ask it almost in a way that you ask your boy, you're like, bro, I gotta ask, I gotta ask you what's good with this, right?
And people know that because I think
if you know N.O.R.E, that's N.O.R.E.
You know N.O.R.E. And Drinkchamps has been around for like 7 years now.
It's authentic.
Wow. You're gonna go in there
on the Black
drink.
Effect Network, no big deal though.
Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast.
It is what it is. You know?
I love N.O.R.E. Me and N.O.R.E. been doing business for a long time. People don't even realize. And the reason I love N.O.R.E, like when I was home unemployed, back in like 2010, living with my mom, N.O.R.E. hit me up he had a mixtape coming out called Super Thug.
Yeah.
And I remember him tweeting like, y'all have always, you know what I mean, been ahead of the curve, you know, when it comes to talent. I'm paraphrasing. He was like, I've always been ahead of the curve when it comes to talent. That's why back in the day, I didn't want to do a song with Juvenile. No disrespect. I wanted to do a song with Lil Wayne. And he was like, so that's why I'm getting Charlamagne to host my mixtape. He said this on Twitter. I was trying to actually find that tweet the other day because when you home living at home with your mom,
that means a lot.
Catch an unemployment check, you're like, damn, like this dude sees me, right? And that's N.O.R.E.
Yeah.
That's N.O.R.E. Like, I don't got N.O.R.E. a hip hop legend to me.
I think a lot of younger people listening right now don't realize how massive N.O.R.E. was. There was a time where, what was the song? What?
That whole first album, but before that, CNN.
We was at Capone Noriega.
Man. We was at my man Jarrell house.
But that wasn't regional? That wasn't a New York thing? Like, we knew how massive they were in New York.
We was in Monk's Corner, God bless the dead, my man Jarrell Garnett, International A. Rizzler. We used to call the place Queensbridge. Like we used to call Salute to Miss Jimmy. We used to call Miss Jimmy Stu
Left
Queensbridge.
rack, right?
We was in there listening to Mobb Deep, CNN, all of those guys. Nature. I don't even know if Nature was from Queens, but anybody that was in that circle, Nas, we was listening to him. So we was all over CNN back then. N.O.R.E. solo album. So whenever I see N.O.R.E, that's the kind of reverence I have for him. Like, yo, you was a part of my childhood. It's wild when you think we was like close to the same age. Like he's only a couple years older than me. You know what I mean? But it's like, I've always had that reverence for N.O.R.E. But so him saying that those years ago and then us going on to like me executive producing the TV show he had, On the Run Eating, to, you know, partnering, you know, with him to be on the Black Effect, you know, podcast network. Like me and N.O.R.E do a lot of great business together. And we'll continue to do great business together. He's a great human. So I love the success
What
that
did
they
you
had.
think about the interview though?
Oh, it was highly entertaining, but it's just like Kanye has the luxury of being one of the most inconsistent individuals on the planet, and nobody gives a fuck.
And call it Kanye.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Van said that to me. Van told me that when we was talking about it this weekend. Van was like, I've told you this before, which he has. You have a problem with consistency.
Meaning?
Because I strive to be consistent. And if I'm not consistent, I got to tell you why I don't feel this way anymore. Kanye will start off an interview, which he did on Drinkchamps, talking about, you know, how bad, you know, capitalism is and, you know, classism. We got to get rid of classism and this and that.
Fam.
But then an hour later, I text everybody in this group chat and told them I'm the richest person in this group chat. You keep referencing that you're worth $9 billion over and over and over, but yet you're telling people not to get caught up in capitalism. You're telling people, you know, how did he start the interview about classism?
That's all he said. You can't play my game.
Yes, but my thing, you're telling people not to get caught up in classism, but all you do is name drop people of this elite status, and nobody gives a fuck.
You know what I think that like we often harp on? We harp on consistency when the reality is people harp on entertainment.
That's all it is.
People want to be entertained,
That's it, bro.
It don't matter what you say,
Don't
as
matter.
long as it's funny or interesting. And here we are fighting tooth and nail to be consistent and say the right thing.
Why?
Just say the funniest thing.
Why?
It gets you out of trouble and everything.
What did he do? He said Big Sean. What did he say? Signing him, Big Sean was the biggest.
Signing Big Sean was the worst mistake of my life, yet you owe Big Sean like millions of dollars.
But there's been worse mistakes, right? Yeah, like it can't be.
But it's like, why are you saying that about that man? Like, if he was your worst mistake, give him back all the money that you made from him. Because you say Big Sean says you owe him money, which I think was a deflection in the interview. I think it was a deflection. Like, before we even get to any Big Sean questions, let me give you this to chew on. You know what I mean? Which is, I don't like Big Sean. Yo, he didn't even give a reason.
No, he did because he didn't support him politically.
So what?
He said he talked down about him.
So what? Nah, look, I know this man's mama, Kanye said, I've changed this man's family, and both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at their boy that actually changed their life, and that's some sellout shit. And I don't rock with neither of them, and I need my apologies. I never heard Big Sean come at Kanye for his take on Trump. Only thing I've ever heard Big Sean say is Kanye owe me some money. John Legend definitely had some things to say about Kanye's Trump affiliation. That was the other inconsistent thing.
Wow.
You can't say that about Big Sean and John Legend and me. He said, you know, when Joe Biden was on Breakfast Club and he said the whole "you ain't black" thing, he said, what does that show you? That shows you how close Charlamagne and Biden are, right? And the conversations they have off air. That was the first and only time I've ever had a conversation with Joe Biden.
Have you spoken to Biden since?
No. Didn't speak to him before. Haven't spoken to him since. But my point with that is...
You have his number?
No. BP Harris, yes. Not
you
anymore.
You text her?
I used to could have. Not no more.
And they switched up?
I've heard from her since she's been VP though.
Can we call that number right now and just see who picks up?
Nah. You know what the crazy part is? I did text it one day and you get back.
Just call her, bro.
You get back like this crazy
Google
Secret
thing.
Service. This number has been intercepted by the government message.
No.
Oh yeah. It's like one of these, like you never seen an error message like that in your life. Ever. Like it's like
what did it say?
Wow.
No, it said something like this number has been intercepted by whatever official. It was like a real official message to let you know, like, don't text this shit no more.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if you followed up like, nah, I'm just playing. What's up?
But my point with that is, Kanye West, you was in the Oval Office with a MAGA hat on, literally, not figuratively, literally calling Donald Trump daddy.
Daddy.
Yikes.
Literally saying, can I get a hug?
Yeah.
Literally saying that this man makes you feel like Superman. So much so to the point that Trump was uncomfortable. Trump was like, no, you don't have to do that. Like, it was almost like, nah, I don't need no head, bro. Like, back up. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
I know, but it was like that. It was like that.
Wow.
But look, so how can you say anything about somebody being too close to politicians? But my point is, because everybody's going to say I'm making this about me. This has nothing to do with me. It's just the inconsistency. And nobody gives a shit.
That is really out of control.
Yeah, but he's so entertaining.
He's entertaining. You're right.
It doesn't matter, bro.
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the truth.
Anything but entertainment. That's the thing that we gotta. We just gotta respect that about each other right now. Like, and I don't think it's something we want to admit, but that is a luxury of the first world. If you live in the third world, entertainment isn't as important because you need food and water and shelter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need some safety, some security. Those things are important, right?
Yes.
First world, we pretend to care about all these other things, but at the end of the day, we just want to watch Dr. Umar Johnson.
That's right.
Right? It doesn't, like, I shouldn't love Dr. Umar. I love him.
I love Dr.
Because my life is so good, I can afford to love him.
And it's the same thing with Ye.
I'm rooting for the school. You know, I donate every month.
This Dr. Umar school?
I donate every month. I donate every month.
How much?
Say what?
How much?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to do that too.
Nobody, you're right. Nobody cares about the truth when the lies more entertaining. Kanye West is entertaining.
I've donated.
And by the way, Kanye West,
$100,000 to his
you're
school.
a liar.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. You're a liar.
I donated $100,000.
You're entertaining us right now.
Say what?
You're entertaining us right now.
Hey, what does matter?
That's gonna be the headline. Andrew Schulz says he donated $100,000 to Dr. Umar's school. I'm going with it.
$100,000 to Dr. Umar Johnson's school.
My brother.
I am your brother.
Congratulations. We appreciate
He said, at $1 million, I get to say the N-word 3 times. That's what he said. He said that, not me.
How many
he said
punches?
That was part.
How many punches did you get?
He said that, not me. And I said, I don't want it. I said, I don't want it. I want you to keep the money, and I want you to educate the young boys.
Man, that would be so hilarious if Dr. Umar literally told you that. Dr. Umar, that's his selling point.
Yeah.
Like, look, you get to $1 million, you can say the N-word freely as you want.
Three. You get three. So use them wisely. And I just say one Trinidad James song, I'm done.
Oh my God.
They go in the bathroom.
Yeah, but nobody cares, man. Kanye is wildly entertaining. And listen, Kanye, he does some good things. He does some great things. You know what I mean? He's done some great things and will continue to do great things, but he is just one of the most inconsistent people ever. And you know what? Candace Owens said some shit that's true.
What Candace Owens say?
Everybody that Kanye pop shit to on that Drinkchamps interview, he's going to eventually apologize.
Yep.
He is the epitome of you pop shit, apologize, nigga, just ass kiss. Like, he is the epitome
Everyone
of it.
gonna be on his stage.
Every single one. Like when Big Sean said he saw him a few weeks ago, he didn't say none of that. Or Candace was saying it in reference to when he threw Candace under the bus on Twitter. I forgot what the whole story was, but Candace was like, you know, that's what he did publicly, but privately it was a different story. That's who he is. Like, that's why it was so interesting to see him, you know, sitting there reading off the phone with Jay Prince this week.
Yo.
Now,
he looked kidnapped.
But listen.
He looked kidnapped, bro.
And listen,
that was a hostage situation.
I love the peace. I love to see him and Drake make peace. I'd rather see it.
That's great music.
I'd rather see them at a Versus than a concert, though.
But what is the Larry Hoover thing?
They trying to get Larry Hoover out of jail.
Larry Hoover's still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry Hoover's still locked up. They trying to get Larry Hoover out of jail. Because, I mean, Larry Hoover's done a lot of great things in the community. And, you know, they feel like he's somebody that can restore a lot of order to the city of Chicago, which he probably can. You know what I mean? Because people look up to somebody like Larry Hoover. He's a quadruple OG. I actually do want to talk to Larry Hoover's son about that. I'm going to hit Jay Prince about that. Like, I would love to have, you know, Larry Hoover's son on one of the platforms and just, you know, have that conversation about, you know, why they want Larry Hoover home so bad, because I'm sure he could explain it way more than I could. I mean, other than that being his father, you know what I mean? He wanted his father to see his grandkids, but there's a lot of street political reasons that they would want him home, and I think they're right. I think guys like Larry Hoover, guys like Big Meech, who these brothers in the street, you know, look up to for what they did in the street. These brothers have been in jail. They paid their debts to society. They're different people now. They're different humans. Man, they can come out here and encourage so many brothers to take a different route. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm all for it. But watching him in that video with Jay Prince reading off the phone,
Fire.
Hilarious.
He's a good reader.
He didn't look like a free thinker to me.
No, it looked like he was maybe forced to be there.
That's right.
Under some circumstances.
So if
I
you're
will
coming
be
from the
honest.
heart with something,
Yeah.
Stand straight.
if you're trying to squash some beef and come from the heart with bringing people together, shouldn't it just come from the heart?
Yeah. I will say this though, if I ever get canceled and I need to publicly apologize, I want Jay Prince to be next to me when I do it. That is the dream. I don't care what I'm getting canceled for, but Jay Prince needs to be next to me when I do it. I need to meet that man.
Man,
Jay Prince, you were invited to any
Good
one of
guy.
my shows.
Good.
When you do Houston, you should tell Jay Prince pull up.
I'm actually performing at Dr. Umar's school in the the opening day. I'm performing
You
at
bringing out the
the
big
school.
check?
That's where I'm
$100,000
filming my
check?
special. Yeah, I got the big check. Yeah, so it'd be awesome if Jay Prince there. But seriously, I mean it. When I did the show in
funniest shit in the
Houston,
world, if you hold up the big check and where it says for, it says to say N-word. Whoa.
wow,
Yeah. It's
Dr.
See how many
Umar, I
holes be in
love
that
Dr.
check?
Umar, bro.
A lot
Dr.
of
Umar,
holes in that check.
But no,
literally the
next
GOAT.
time you in Houston, you should invite Jay Prince out. Jay Prince is the one.
I
of a
tried
kind
to. I wanted him to
individual.
come to the show in Houston, but I
Really?
didn't know how to connect directly to him. But
Come on, I hit Jay for you.
all right, shit.
That's my Jay's a great brother. Ain't nothing like being on the receiving end of a Jay Prince OG call.
Really?
That's right.
You've had a couple of those, right?
Put it like this. I understood what Kanye was going through when he was
Firm.